Hello, everyone. Welcome to Feel Good Podcast. We're going to talk about what we can do to fuel our brain. But before we do that, let's find out why. Why is it so important for us to feed our brain to maximize our potential? Let's get started.
This is the Feel Good Podcast on the iCoach Hypnosis Network, where Trudy provides tips and stories to help you improve your well-being and reach your objectives. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave us some comments.
Let's talk about anatomy of our brain very briefly. So our brain is made out of three components. The front brain is called cerebrum, the back brain is called cerebellum, and brainstem. That connects your spinal cord to your main brain. That's it. And front of the brain has four lobes: the frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, and occipital lobe. The front of the brain is responsible for higher executive functions, your decision making, what you're going to do, and your hearing, your vision, and other executive functions. The back of the brain, cerebellum, is responsible for your balance, coordination, and fine motor skills. So if you have found somebody on the road who is not very steady on his feet or her feet, most likely the cerebellum is not working at its full potential. And the last one is brainstem. That connects your spinal cord to your main brain. It sends signal upwards and it takes commands from your brain to your spinal cord. It's also responsible for your breathing, your temperature, your emotions, how you feel, and all of that. So, brainstem is very important in how we feel and what kind of decisions that we make. Alright, now let's talk about some fun facts. I want to make this podcast just for you. I want to make it fun, informational, and something that you can derive out of this podcast and start utilizing from day one. So, our brain is made out of 100 billion neurons. Oof, that's a lot, 100 billion. And the neurons travel at the capacity of 250 miles per hour. Oof, that's quite fast. So we have to provide essential raw ingredients for it to keep up its speed. The other fun fact: our brain only weighs 2% of our total body weight. However, it consumes 20% of our caloric intake. That means our brain is working at its full capacity and it requires a lot of food. So let's find out what we can do to fuel our brain, shall we? Now we know our brain needs energy, and the main source of energy is sugar. Sugar is found in most American diets, like pizza, pasta, muffins, waffles, etc. However, that energy is not stored in your brain forever because it's a simple carb. However, when you have a consistent slow release of energy coming up to your brain functions so much better. For example, having a whole grain will give you consistent and steady amount of energy. So it makes sense to ditch that pizza and pasta and have some whole grain instead, right? Now let's talk about vitamin B. We have different varieties of vitamin B. For example, vitamin B1, B2, and B5 is responsible for metabolic process that turns food into energy to your brain. Vitamin B12 also promotes development of red blood cells that carries oxygen to your brain, and number of vitamin B, including folic acid, is very important in production of neurotransmitters that is important in relaying signals between two neurons. So now we know vitamin B does a lot of heavy lifting, so we try to either take it via supplement or use food that is rich in vitamin B. I want to talk about berries for a second. Berries, specifically blackberries and all dark berries, should be intricate part of our daily diets, and I'll tell you why. When our body metabolizes, it produces free radicals. It's just a byproduct of metabolism. So your body gets rid of it and it works just fine. However, when we age, our body is not so efficient at removing those free radicals. So what they do, they actually go and steal electrons from our brain. They are like little thieves just laying around in our body. However, with berries, because they are so full of antioxidants, they sacrifice their electron for free radicals, so therefore they remove free radicals from our body. So it can actually slow down our aging process, and it could be very beneficial in Alzheimer's and dementia. Oily fish contains many nutrients that's good for your brain, including omega-3 fatty acids. Our body doesn't actually produce omega-3 fatty acids, so we have to take it from outside source. And let me tell you what it does. It helps you with reducing oxidative stress. It also helps you with neurogenesis, that's production of new neurons, and maintenance of neurotransmitters. So if you do not like sardines or salmon, and if you're vegetarian, we got you covered, guys. You can have flax seeds, chia seeds, hemp seeds, walnuts, or some kind of soy oils or nori seeds. So as long as you have some steady supply of omega-3, your brain is fuel. We all know that green tea has many antioxidants. We just learned what antioxidants do to our brain. On top of that, green tea also has polyphenol, which is responsible for production of dopamine, which is a feel-good hormone, and it's also responsible for steady state of glucose to our brain. That means we have steady energy coming to our brain. That means your brain is fed consistently. Happy brain, happy body, right? Guys, did you know that music has some hardcore scientific data behind how it actually helps your brain? Music helps you with reducing your pain, improves your state of mood, and it actually helps you with neurological disorder like Parkinson's and multiple sclerosis. A study found in 2014 with fibromyalgia patient. If you didn't know about fibromyalgia, that means a patient is having a whole lot of pain in their body. They found that fibromyalgia patients who were actually listening to their favorite song actually had more improvement and functional improvement compared to patients who were only taking pain medications. That's pretty cool, right? And research also found that it produces some opioid kind of hormones. That's almost like taking Vicodin. So if you don't want side effects of Vicodin, however, you want to feel good and have some pain relief, go listen to your favorite music. And it doesn't have to be slow music. That's great news. It can be anything that you like the most. You like it, your body will respond to it and give you some relief. Allow me to talk about exercise for a minute. We all know exercise is so good for you, whether it's a gentle walking, it's running, it's sprinting, or it's yoga, it's dancing, or it's just anything that you enjoy doing. We all know it's good for us. I can actually have an entire podcast based on exercise. So if you're interested, please let me know down below. But let's talk about just a couple things right now. It helps you 3 ways. First, neurogenesis. It produces neurons. The second is neuroplasticity. It actually helps you with finding a different and faster pathway so you can get things done much faster and more efficient. Remember earlier in the fun fact we talked about the speed of neurons, the traveling speed 250 miles per hour. So if you want to get your brain going, you got to exercise. And the last thing is it produces so many hormones, the neurochemistry about it. It produces dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, adrenaline, and cortisol. These are all feel-good hormones and it keeps you sharp and alert. Somebody actually had said that if you really want a dose of Prozac, which is antidepressant, go exercise every single day and you don't even have to suffer from side effects of Prozac. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So I think exercise is also very, very important to fuel your brain. Alright guys, so in today's podcast we had talked about what we can eat and do to fuel our brain. For example, eating complex carb like whole grain. And we also talked about the role of some neutral essential vitamins like vitamin B, omega-3 fatty acids, and tea in our diet. We had also talked about listening to your favorite music and exercise, anything that you like. And remember, this channel is about you and you only. Anything that you want to learn about mind, body, and spirit, please let me know in comment down below and I will make it fun. I will make it efficient and easy to understand so you can start implementing that particular thing in your life. So that's all for now. Bye-bye.
Did you like today's show? Leave us some comments and hit that subscribe button. Follow Trudy on Twitter and Instagram at icoachhypnosis. Be sure to visit icoachhypnosis.com to gain more insight on how Trudy can help you achieve your life objectives. Want to listen to Trudy on the go? You can download the podcast from the store of your choice. Search for the Feel Good Podcast. Interested in supporting Trudy and the podcast? We welcome any donation as low as $1. Visit icoachhypnosis.com/donate.